Republican National Committee Chair Reince Priebus is here to go on the record. Nice to see you, sir.
Hey, nice being with you, Greta.
I suppose that the Republican Party is loving this, that these 14,900 documents, which may also include emails, has surfaced.
I think it's a tragedy. I mean, I think it's a pathetic example of leadership, and I think that maybe James Comey needs to get back to work and look at these emails and figure out whether he had it right. I mean, you hit a great point before. I mean, 148 messages to Cheryl Mills from the Clinton Foundation.
It's hard to tell if that's, 148, if there are 148 calls, that's a lot. I can't tell if this is just the messages and there were others.
Okay, so you're right, though. I mean, if it's messages, how many actual times did she pick up the phone and cut the deal? And the fact is, you have lawyers for the Clinton Foundation, for Bill Clinton, for Hillary Clinton, communicating to Huma, who is working for both the Clinton Foundation and the State Department. You have our precious national secrets being given away by a person running for president and talking about trust and honesty. It's unbelievable.
The problem, at best, it's arrogance, because the promise is that the Clinton, when she became Secretary of State, is that the Clinton Global Initiative, as called, then would not be part of the State Department, that they would have, he would run that over here and she would do the State Department. And now we find that there's, it's cozy.
Well, it's an addiction to power. It is something that they set up in order to preserve their status in the world with world leaders taking foreign money. It's something that they created to empower and enrich themselves in the eyes of the world and people that would employ them and use their services, whether it be $500,000 speeches in Russia or wherever else that they gave these speeches. I mean, this is something that people should look at and say, this person is not qualified to be president of the United States, because when they were given secrets of our country, they gave it away. Right, that alone should disqualify her.
Just a side issue. Do you think the Clinton Foundation has done good around the world?
I have no idea.
But I mean,
I would imagine. Here's what I think. I think based on what I've seen so far, whatever good they've done around the world is eclipsed by all of the negativity and the corruption and the lying and the stealing and taking from foreign countries. That I'm sure there are good things that they've done. But you have to measure whether that good could have been better done by that money going to the Salvation Army or going to doctors overseas. I mean, because in comparison to what they've done, I don't know.
Trump campaign, Donald Trump is, right now it seems as Secretary Clinton has him on the ropes a little bit. Can he turn it around, especially in light of the fact early voting begins in the all-important state of Ohio October 12th?
Which is another good reason why the FBI needs to get their work done and not sit on this so that the American people can figure it out. Yes, of course. Look, he had a great week last week. I think another good week this week. I think this thing is back on the rails. And I would tell you, look at the polling today and over the weekend. I mean, we're talking about 3-4 points. It's August. I definitely believe that this can be back and on track, and where you're going to see Donald Trump either tied or ahead after Labor Day.
Well, he seemed presidential in his speech. Then today he was back on Twitter. He's making fun of two hosts on MSNBC, calling them insecure, and two clowns. So he's back on Twitter this morning.
Well, look, you know what? Every day is a different day. But I think overall, if you look at the last few days of Donald Trump, you saw him today. Before your show or in the beginning of your show, he's on message talking about Hillary Clinton, and I thought his speeches last week were fantastic.
But once more he slips.
Well, look, you know what? These are things, it's very tough as a first-time campaigner to be in the middle of this media storm, and some of this stuff isn't fair, and some people just don't want to sit back and take it. I mean, he's somebody who just doesn't want to sit back and take a bunch of garbage from the media. And so, you know what? To a lot of people, I think it's refreshing.
Mr. Chairman, nice to see you, sir.
All right, take care.